this 2005 F550. It's got the 6.0 in it, which I was a little hesitant to get, but it's got 117,000 miles on it, and it hasn't had any trouble yet. So a couple mechanic friends of mine said if you made it that far, the 6.0 may be a good one. We'll find out. But we got some repairs to do to it. I got to get rid of this. I think this was originally a box truck or something, but I've got to get rid of this bumper and get something that I can tow the excavator with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. If I'm going to sacrifice the metal or repurpose them, or maybe I'll keep them. But I do think I'm, for the most part, going to just put a 2x12 there and maybe cut the back, those back pieces of metal sticking up. And I want to sandblast the frame and the body and paint it up, and then we should be ready to go. that's working pretty good. Okay, so I've got it to the point where I can get it off by hand back at the shop. And we'll get this thing on, try to get some metal that we can weld up a new bumper. Okay. Well, I got that off. I'm not sure if I could just reuse this bottom plate. The bolt pattern looks similar to what's on there, and just put it on there and then beef it up. I guess I got to try to get that off this. Excavator, I'm going to try to bend this back. I should have done it before I took it off the back of the truck. It would have been a lot easier, but yeah, we'll give it a shot. Too bad, actually. Got the darn thing pretty close. Alright, back to the truck. So I went and grabbed some steel to make a hitch plate. 1/2 inch. With 1/2 inch steel, 20 by 34 1/4, and then 6-inch strips on the side. And I'm going to try to home fabricate a hitch plate. So let's. I've already kind of got going here a little bit. Forgot I wanted to capture this on video a little bit, so I've got everything. I struggled a little bit. I started my first weld and everything was perfectly square, and then I did the second weld, and it, for some reason, the weld actually pulled it in a little bit. So I beat it with a sledgehammer, and now I'm almost perfect again. There's a slight off, but nothing I'm too concerned about. But so let's get back to it. welder keeps overheating. Put a fan on it. The fan burnt out on it. But, it's making it really hard to get a consistent bead. Looks terrible, but I can get a good bead if the thing would stop kicking off. But either that or it's time for a new welder. But I'll try to at least get this buttoned up. Well, I definitely think it's time to get a new welder. That was a total pain. I got it done, but it's hard to do a good bead when the thing keeps kicking the breaker off. Yeah, it looks terrible, but it's pretty rugged. I'm gonna try to get a different welder. I got another one that I can grab to finish this project, but I'm confident it'll hold, but it doesn't look very good. But my measurements are good and it should fit on the dump truck just right. So yeah, we'll get the other welder and finish this up tomorrow. Well, I didn't get this part on video last night, but I put a steel beam across the bottom, and took the old grease hitch and welded it in there and to the beam on the bottom side. So that should be plenty rugged. And I'm gonna try to get this buttoned up on the truck tonight. Well, I got that all welded on the frame. I think that's going to be pretty good between the bolts and the gussets and the welding. I think that'll hold pretty solid. But now it's got to get to the lights. I'd like to, over here, off the old bumper, there's some nice square lights. So I'm thinking I'm going to salvage. I'll get them off after, but I do like these lights. I think I'm going to try to get these off somehow. I don't know if you can torch stainless steel or not. I've never done it before, but I'll give it a shot. Well, I ended up taking those old lights, cutting them off and putting some channel on the end there. One's kind of bent, but I'm not fussy. Compared to the rest of the dump body, it's looking like something.